Hi, I'm Cristina and I love to cook. I'm from the beautiful, flavorful island of Puerto Rico. I carry my culture and background wherever I go. A few years ago, I moved to the States and I love it here. I'm a proud Latina and proud American. And my food is exactly that, a mix of both my Latin culture and heritage and the beautiful melting pot that has become American cuisine. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some truly easy and flavorful food. This is Cooking with Sabor. Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Sabor. So what kind of Latina would I be if I didn't make my very first episode about sofrito? For those of you who don't know, sofrito is the quintessential cooking base in all of Latin cuisine. It is used as a base for stews, soups, beans, marinades, you name it, it has sofrito in it. It's definitely a flavor booster. It's a blend of aromatic vegetables, herbs, and spices. Totally delicious. It also takes me back to when I was a little girl in Puerto Rico. My abuelita's house used to always smell like sofrito, and I always knew that there was a good meal coming. So here's how I start mine. We're gonna start off with 1 large onion. Alright, so I have 1 large chopped onion, so it's gonna go into the food processor. Right in there. Then we're gonna start with 1 green pepper. Seeded, of course, so we're gonna get all those seeds out. After the green pepper, we're just gonna go ahead and put 1 large tomato, seeded of course. You don't want all that juice and all those seeds in there. Okay, so after the large tomato has been chopped and seeded, we're gonna add 6 large garlic cloves. And a helpful tip to getting the skin out of the garlic cloves is to just smash them with your cutting board with your knife. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add half a bunch of parsley. Italian flat leaf, preferably. It's my favorite. Okay, now we're gonna add a whole bunch of cilantro, the whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close this up. And we're gonna put it on a slight pulse. So we're gonna pulse it a couple of times. Okay, now we're gonna add 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. and we are going to slowly pour it. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of my favorite. I think this is what adds a tang and kind of a special, like, je ne sais quoi about my sofrito, and that's definitely white balsamic vinegar. So 2 tablespoons go in, and we're gonna pulse it. Now we're gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of salt. It's gonna be a tablespoon of salt. And we're gonna add a teaspoon of pepper. And finally, for another herb, we're gonna do a tablespoon of oregano. And now, one final pulse to mix everything together, and we have a perfect, delicious sofrito. And now we're going to go ahead and pour this into the bowl. You gotta make sure that you watch out for this blade. It is super sharp. You don't want to cut yourself. Bloody sofrito, no bueno. Alright, so there you have it. Perfectly made sofrito. It's delicious. You're gonna love it. Okay, so the way I store my sofrito is 1/3 of a cup portion sizes. So usually you have 2 options here. You either take a little Tupperware cup and store it like this, or you can take 1/3 of a cup and you put it in little Ziploc bags. Now, either way, whichever one you do, you're going to want to store them in a freezer bag, if it's the Ziploc, or freeze this the way it is. So either way, you want to freeze your sofrito. It's the best way to keep it fresh. You're usually going to yield about 8 to 7 1/3 cup portions, and like I said, you can either store it in a Tupperware or have them all bunched in together like this, sandwich Ziploc bags like this, and then use a big freezer bag and just store it in the freezer. And there you got your sofrito, and you got it for months. It's good for months, and it's delicious.